What's the worst part of planning a Disney trip, besides watching your bank account cry? Waking up at 7 a.m. to fight strangers on your phone for lightning lanes and dining reservations? Hard pass. That's where Royal Escapes Travel Company comes in. They'll handle all the Disney planning chaos. Hotels, park reservations, lightning lanes, even where you're eating Mickey-shaped waffles, all at no extra cost to you. Seriously. And it's not just the parks. Want to chill in Hawaii at Aulani, a Disney resort and spa? They've got you. Dreaming of a Disney cruise? They'll hook it up. Prefer wizards over mouse ears? They can plan your Universal trip too. Bottom line, you focus on the fun, the photos, and the churros. Royal Escapes Travel Company will take care of the rest.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Mickeyphile podcast, episode number 247. This week we're joined by Mandy Malinowski and Cam Malinowski. We're going to talk about a trip that all of us made to Discovery Cove a couple of weeks ago over by SeaWorld, part of SeaWorld. And what a day we had. So sit back, relax, have yourself a beverage of your choice, and here we go. Episode 247, next.
What was your favorite part of Discovery Cove, Kim?
The Grand Reef.
The Grand Reef.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't us surprising you?
It was that, just...
This isn't Blizzard Beach, Mom.
Thank God.
It's not Blizzard Beach.
Not Blizzard Beach.
Typhoon Lagoon, whatever. I don't even know which one's open right now. I should know that, shouldn't I?
Right now it's Blizzard. Typhoon's under refurb. Quote, quote, refurb. But they are going to have both open for the summer for the cool kids summer thing. We have special guests. We have two special guests. We have Mandy Malinowski and Cam Malinowski.
Hi.
Hi. We're happy to be here.
We're happy that you're here. And we're going to talk about Discovery Cove because we all went as one big family.
9 of us, right?
Was it 9 of us? Yeah, 9 of us.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was 10 of us.
Mm.
Oh, no, it was 9. I keep including Chris.
9.
Even when we were there, I was including Chris. Remember? I was like, we are a party of 10. No, we are not.
when you bought the tickets, you almost bought him a ticket.
I just always include him.
That's pretty awesome.
I know. Would have had a ticket for no one.
Karen would have gone the other way. She would have been like, we're a group of 8. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here.
Well, a lot of times you're not.
I said to him the other day, I was like, remember when we were at Discovery Cove? He's like, I was not at Discovery Cove.
And now he has the photo books to look at and get depressed over because he missed out.
It really is a hidden gem. He is actually upset he didn't go.
I was actually watching something on YouTube today, a live from somebody, and they suggested right now with half of Disney World under construction, making sure you do a day at Discovery Cove.
Yep. I have actually been suggesting it to a lot of my clients for a couple years now. And I have never had any negative feedback or anything other than positive response to it. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a hidden gem, and it's definitely SeaWorld or United Parks, crown jewel. It's way above anything they've ever done, and definitely top notch. And I think it's the direction that they're going as a company, where they want to take their experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like.
Well, and it's an all day event. You can do it as a family, which a lot of special event type things, there's a lot of age limitations on some things with different parks. This allows all the ages, which I think is really good.
Yeah, I think that too. Like with Blizzard Beach, in my personal experience, a couple years ago we went, and my sister was not tall enough for something. She was really upset about it. But like Discovery Cove, everyone could do everything. And it was like, really cool how they did that.
Yeah. And
I know there were a couple things that had age requirements.
right.
The Dolphins were one, but it was like 6 or 7, right?
Yeah, the age requirement for Discovery Cove is 6, and that's for the dolphin swimming for the purposes of the dolphin. And I think that is a general safety net with the dolphin swimming. I've swam with dolphins. I'm not even going to try to count right now, but I'm going to say 8 times just for the sake of the conversation. And in the United States, when I've done it, there's always been an age restriction. The only time that it's been age restricted is Jamaica. And I did it with Avery in Jamaica at a dolphin sanctuary when she was 3, but it was like even though it wasn't age restricted, it was a different experience. It was kind of scaled back to have her in the water. It was not like what we did. Like Avery, I had to stand with Avery behind the dolphin, and she got to touch it and stuff, but she didn't get to ride it. She didn't get to do all the things we got to do, but she was allowed in the water with it. They're just big animals. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're just, it's just the nature of the situation. Yeah, it's just the nature of the situation.
Yeah.
Didn't they say like the ones we interacted with were like 400 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And they're, and as gentle as they are, they're still exactly to your point, Scott, 400 pounds. And they're pure muscle because they move through the water with every inch of their body, They're so strong. I mean, think about it. They pulled all of us through the water, right? So we went to that dolphin experience, and I mean, like nothing. I was afraid I was going to hurt it, and the instructor laughed at me. She was like, "Are you kidding?" She was like, "Don't worry about it.
Nothing will hurt you."
They could have if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I guess we should start at the beginning of the day, right? And like how the day goes. We should talk about that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an early day. So us as a family, we're not an early day kind of people. So we all 9 of us had to rally, right? We were like, oh God, 6 a.m, right?
Yeah.
And one of us worked till 1 a.m.
Early flight, man.
Yeah. Uncle Scott worked till 1 a.m. and then we had to get up and go. I flew in that day and arrived at 5 a.m. with the kids.
And I drove in.
And then, Cal. And then Alana and Michael drove over from Boynton Beach.
Right.
So, but when you get there early, there really are benefits, right, Karen?
Yes. We definitely got, a seat to have some breakfast, which was good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The food there is really good for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it was a glorified continental breakfast, but there was nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
No, and it's the fact that everything's all inclusive. I love the fact that you pay the price and it's done, right? Like you're not nickeled and dimed for slushies and cups and ice creams and meals the whole day and drinks. You pay for it and it's done. You get what you want. Right. But Karen did the research on getting there early. I had preliminarily looked it up, and then Karen really looked into it, and she was like, no, we need to be there at this time. And by getting there at the time we did, we got into the buffet ahead of everybody. We got a table, which sounds crazy because there is a lot of seating and a lot of tables. They do have ample, but it does fill. And some people, while we were eating, were standing there with their trays looking for tables, and we didn't have to do that.
I mean, it's hidden away, so it's sort of low crowds, like lower than Blizzard Beach for sure.
Right.
But it's still, they put enough tables there for like for this percentage of people that are going there.
They don't expect everybody to be eating at the same time, is what Cam's saying.
Yeah. Which works fine at lunch.
Yeah.
But it did not work at breakfast because they put you in.
Right. They put everybody in at the same, they like, you need to be here at this time, and everyone goes in. And
right.
And by getting there early, we got to check in earlier. So by checking in early, we got to go eat earlier. So
Right. And And they get you there earlier, but the park doesn't actually open for an hour and 45 minutes after they let you in. So all you can do for that hour and 45 minutes is get checked in and go eat and find your spot that you're going to camp at for the day.
Like, there's this place where to get to, like, the entrance in the lazy river or the...
Oh, you're going to give our secret up?
Or the birds or the monkeys or the otters. Like, I tried to go there because it said monkeys and I wanted to go see them. But then, like, right there, she said, like, no people pass here until, like, 9:45.
8:45, but yeah.
8:45, sorry.
But what Cam is talking about is trying to go see the stuff before the 9 o'clock time. And the place that he's also talking about was it called the Baja Bar? Karen?
I think so.
The Baja Bar? It's over there is the best place to sit because you have access to the bar, you have access to the lazy river, access to the mammals, and you are very close to the dolphins. So rather than sitting right in front of the dolphins and the Grand Reef, which is only 2 of the activities, you go walk this way to the secret area where the mammals are. And you have actual access to a lot more of the activities and the animal shows and the lazy river. And mom and dad don't have to run around all day chasing the kids. They can chill, which is what we did.
Yeah. That's where we were. That's where we were for the afternoon.
Yeah.
Blue Bamboo Bar.
It's what
Blue Bamboo. Thank you. I knew it was a double B. I was trying to think of what it was called. Yeah.
Right. And
okay, so the map's not totally useless.
Right.
No.
And by us
we found one use for it.
Right.
By us being there early, we were able to go scope it out. That was one of the things is because we got done eating. So Mandy and I went and tried to figure out the best spot to be because we picked out a spot. So we all had chairs and we were like, all right, we're completely in the sun. We got to find something else. And the bar is not nearby.
Right. So we were actually in front of the main bar in between both locker rooms, right? So there's 2 locker rooms. The park is like a crescent moon shape. And there's 2 locker rooms, the restaurant, and then the main bar. And in the middle is the Dolphin Cove. And Karen and I found this spot that we thought was premium because we hadn't walked the whole place yet. It had umbrellas. It had lounge chairs. It was in the sand. But it was sunny. Karen's right. And the umbrellas were not doing much. And we sat there for a minute and we thought, well, the kids are going to get bored quick. Like the dolphins are going to be fun for a minute. And then they're going to want to go somewhere else because they can't exactly swim in this dolphin lagoon all day.
Exactly.
So we started to walk the whole thing also to familiarize ourselves. The Grand Reef is also super cool and ended up being the kids' favorite, but they didn't stay in it all day. You can't be in it all day. It's a snorkeling reef that has like stingrays and tropical fish and things like that.
Coral reef.
Like a coral reef, yeah.
Right.
It was really cool.
It's very cool, but like you wouldn't have swam in it for 6 hours straight.
No, that was like salt water. It was making my nose run down. It was making me feel like I was dying.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, if my snorkel slipped out, I felt like I was dying.
So that's not a 6-hour event. So I was saying we saw that. We saw the Dolphin Cove, and we said, these 2 events are going to be fun for a minute, but they're not going to keep us busy all day. And Karen and I walked all the way around to the other bar. And we saw that they had the cool lounge chairs in the water, the lazy river, the waterfall, the mammals. And we were like, okay, this is the spot. And because we were there early enough and we were the first people done eating, we got these premium seats right on the path, right in front of the water, right on the bar. And we had the best spot of the day. And we were there. It was perfect.
All day.
Under trees.
Yeah, under trees. Which
under
was
trees.
I mean, super close to the bar, and there was bathrooms right there. And then everything else was, the lazy river, everything else was right there. So it was actually a great spot.
Yeah, plus
Serenity Bay.
Serenity Bay. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know
we
how
were in the Serenity Bay area.
Everybody gets away with that, but who named it first?
Well, and I don't know why I was under the impression because it's Serenity Bay that it was adults because that's,
typically what it would be. Yeah.
But there was a ton of kids there, which was fine, but it was still, I think when I went walking the other way, when we went for lunch, realized it was not as loud and as populated as the other main beach was. So I'm really glad that we chose that area because it was a little more off the beaten path. That's probably a better way of saying it.
I don't feel like the place was loud at all.
No,
like it was a
where we were was not loud at all. But when Karen's right, when we walked over by the Dolphins, like during the day, it got a little bit crazy.
Yeah, the music
not
was a little
loud
bit louder.
and like so. Karen and I went for lunch together by ourselves, and that crowd that was over there, her and I even were like, okay, we're really glad we're sitting over where we are because this is a bit much.
Speaking of Serenity Bay, it also had the lazy river, and I just wanted to talk about this for a sec. It was really cool because it had a giant track that essentially went around the whole park, but it was out.
They went around the left side of the park.
Around the left side of the park. It was really cool. Like you would go through these caves or this cave, and then after that, there was like a short period where you were just outside. And occasionally it would go from like 1 foot, 12 inches, or 2 feet.
2 feet, 3 feet.
Yeah, 2 feet, 3 feet to like 8.5 randomly. But also, you get a giant waterfall dumped on your head twice and in between each one because it's like...
They're water curtain.
Yeah, water curtains in between each one. You actually get sprayed by mist into your eyes. But it's because you enter the aviation area, and that's where all the birds are, and that's really cool. And the birds, like, swoop down because there are rocks, like, just above the water. They'll, like, sit there with you. Like, there was a lifeguard sitting on a rock there, and the birds just swooped down and sat next to him.
That's cool.
So in the lazy river, they have the water curtains that separate the aviary from the rest of the park. And when you would go through it, you would then be inside the aviary, and they had all the tropical birds and all of that in there, and you would be floating in this aviary. And that part of the lazy river would open up, and it wouldn't just be a lazy river. It would essentially be a big, giant pool in there, and people would hang out in there, and they could watch the birds and see the different birds, and they would have like different handlers in there at different times doing different bird, exhibits and things like that. What I thought was really cool was that they had handlers all throughout the park doing shows with the animals and demonstrating different things. And people are just floating around in the different pools at Discovery Cove with a drink in their hand and watching like this animal exhibit with this, handler showing them a monkey or a bird or a dolphin. You know what I mean? It's like the coolest zoo ever.
I saw them were showing like an armadillo.
There was an armadillo show too.
Yeah.
That seems super boring.
Yeah.
But what was the one we watched, Scott? It was like a little marsupial, like a little spider monkey or a little something, right?
But it wasn't, there was people just standing in the water and like just little mini lagoon.
Because the water was only like waist deep.
Yeah, just standing there watching.
It had like park benches in it.
Yeah.
Like it was just that.
There was, are you guys talking about that pool near the otters that had all like the green and blue chairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Biagio liked sitting in there when we were tired.
Yeah, we were sitting in there and we were just enjoying ourselves, and then there was a monkey demonstration.
Yeah, just randomly.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. That's cool.
Well, that's cute. I like that monkey. He's really, really cute. And he had like little houses, and they were having him do tricks. And
that I think is on Monkey Island, as they call it. It's like a little pool next to an island where they have monkeys.
Yeah.
We were sitting at like a T on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like right on the other side of that intersection, they brought some animal out.
Yeah.
Like right next to it. And they had like just a tent that they stood under and did their thing.
It was just really cool.
Yeah, that's what I loved about it is they just had these animals like all over the park, and you could just talk to the handler, and they just were having this demonstration with the animal, and you could be right up close and personal with it. And, you didn't have to pay like an extra fee to see it or to be there or to anything.
Right. And it's not like they were behind a cage or anything. They were just right there with the animal, which was
the
really
only
neat.
the only animal in the entire park that was in a cage was the black-footed Chinese sea otter or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that I understand. They, they swim and jump and dive and are all kind of crazy. And but even that show was really cool because they gathered you all at the glass wall that they have in front of them. And they made sure that everybody was ready. And then they were throwing the food into the water and like doing this whole demonstration. They got all the otters to come out and swim in the water and like go kind of crazy. And all the kids got to see them. And then Avery and Amelia were diving under the water, watching them swim and swimming kind of next to them with the glass in between them. But that was literally the only animal that was in like a cage per se.
Right.
It was more like Animal Kingdom was like their environment.
Yeah. And we got to stand at the end when that was going on because there was that was on ground that you could watch just from the end. So when you guys were in there, Scott and I were at the very end of it looking in through the glass from the ground.
Yeah. Because you couldn't take drinks in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one you couldn't have drinks in. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why we stayed out.
Yeah.
That must be the only one you couldn't have drinks in because every other
the
one.
only one I saw.
Yeah. They're like, no, you can't take the drinks in there. We're like, okay, we'll stand here and watch them.
Yeah.
I did really like how they had their bars set up.
Yeah.
Like they had the Coca-Cola freestyle machines and like an icy machine with the cups and stuff right there and some food.
Oh, chips and different snacks you could grab.
Like they had a big rack of chips of all sorts and kids could just like take one and go off.
Yeah.
That was nice that you didn't have to go to have somebody get it, give it to you, that it was just there for you to,
Yeah.
You really enjoyed the freedom of being able to go get your own food and stuff when you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that. I like that kind of stuff. That's why I like all-inclusive resorts so much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the food. I thought the lunch was pretty good.
Yeah, I did
the lunch was good.
Me, Mr. Michael, and Diageo ate together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Actually, I was kind of craving a hamburger, but then I got there and the line was like forever long for the hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
But the buffet line, there was no line, like right in the middle of lunchtime.
They divided pretty well because they had two sides going.
Yeah.
So I think they managed it pretty well. So for the most part.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think they limit the capacity well. I mean, the check-in process went pretty smoothly. When we first pulled up and that long line was there, I was like, oh boy. But then it went in and it went so quickly and they handled everything so well. I mean, especially when we didn't have Alana initially with us. And they were like, nope, don't worry about it. Just have her come right back. She's already checked in. And that was the other advantage of being there early. Our dolphin time was like premium, getting the 10 o'clock dolphin time.
Oh, that is like the best time for dolphins.
That was one of the things that it said when I was doing the research, that the key is to get there early so you get the early dolphin times, because obviously when it gets more in the summer, the rain, and then obviously inclement weather, they can't have you go in the water. So, that was one of the key things, is getting those early times. So
yeah. And then the process for that was you get your dolphin time and you go and you do whatever you do until that time. And you're assigned a cabana for the dolphin. And you go back to that cabana at that time and you check in and they show you a safety video and they kind of talk to you about what you're going to do. We had a unique situation where I think they couldn't figure out how to group us because we had a staff member's grandmother in the group, remember?
Yeah.
Right.
So we sat there a little longer than normal, but it seemed otherwise to be pretty streamlined. And you just kind of watch a video about what you do and you don't do and, whatever. I think the communication about the jewelry could have been a little better. That would be my one complaint there.
Right. But we made it work out. That was fine. I will give a suggestion, is that if you're going into it, it is 72 degrees. The water is 72 degrees.
Yeah, it's cold as crap.
So
I got dizzy a couple times, like I was going to pass out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they offer vests. They offer vests because, they want you to wear, protective clothing. They offer a vest, but they do offer like a swimsuit, like a swim body glove
wetsuit
type thing. Wetsuit. Yeah. I'd highly suggest that.
Take the wetsuit. We all took the vest and we all wanted the wetsuit.
I wanted the vest.
I wanted the wetsuit. Mommy legitimately a couple times was like, I'm going to pass out. I'm so cold.
I did dip my shoulders in water and then I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the funniest part about all that was you're so cold, right, Karen, until the end. And then you're walking out and you're like, wait, I just got used to this water.
Well, and there's no way, you have to walk in. So it's like walking in, it's walking into cold water, which is even worse because then you get it up to your stomach. You're like, oh my gosh, I have to stand on my tippy toes because it is so cold. I can't.
Yeah. It was.
And you had to walk a long way.
Yeah, you did. And water shoes, I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Water shoes made a big difference. So, because there were some rough spots in the dolphin area.
Yeah, it's a natural.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
there were. Go ahead.
While it's not natural, it's made to be a natural cove.
Right.
Yes. And they did a really good job with it.
I mean, I have one complaint. I was really confused about the rules because it said because it didn't say do not take a dolphin into your home and keep as a pet. So I was like really, really confused about if I should take it home as a pet. Like just pick it up and run away and throw it in our pool.
You were very attached to the dolphin.
Yeah, it also didn't explicitly state if I can take the dolphin and manufacture plushies out of it using a 3D model and sell it on Temu for 33 cents.
33 cents.
33 cents. Okay. All right.
Well, Temu pricing, guys. Temu pricing.
Yeah.
And there was a photo package that we did.
We did we did the premiere, I believe was the name of it.
Which it came with digital. First of all, it came with a digital hard drive or a thumb drive. Then we also got prints, 10 prints?
Yeah, so it was the premiere photo package.
Yeah. So
all the digital images, 10 6x8 photo prints, one 6x8 frame, one photo album, and a 16x24 poster.
Yeah. And then dividing it amongst the three families actually worked out perfect. So, and we each got to bring home some, the 6x8 photos. We each got to bring home some of those. And then we have all the digital images too, which is perfect.
And we got a really beautiful frame that's in my living room. It's like a ceramic 3D dolphin frame. That's really pretty. And then the poster's super nice. Cam hung that in his room. The picture quality, I thought that of the printed photos was super nice as well.
Yeah. And I thought the PhotoPass guy he did a good job. He was trying to get really good pictures of the families and then the shots like when you were swimming with the dolphins, trying to get good pictures of that. I think he did a good job on those.
Yeah, it was not just a PhotoPass photographer like snapping like photos randomly. He was paying attention. He was posing you. He was trying really hard. If he didn't get something, he said he didn't get it and he made things happen again,
Right.
Which I was thankful for.
Right.
I think the value is there for that. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was $275 or something like that total. $295.
$279.
$279. Yeah. So exactly.
And if you're splitting it amongst family, so all of us were on it, so it actually worked out to be a good value. So yeah.
Definitely. Right. And definitely having the hard drive of all the photos. I mean, he took so many photos of all of us. Yeah. We had over 100.
Yeah. It was really good. And it allowed us to pick out ones we wanted printed, which was really nice. Yeah. And then the other part that was fantastic for the adults was the beverage package. And
the beverage package.
The upgraded drink. We got the upgraded drink package.
Premium drink package.
Yes, premium drink package.
So the admission comes with beer and wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Premium drink package, if you pre-order online, is $45 or $50 otherwise.
I think when we got it, it was even less.
It was
think there was
included.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So for us, the upgrade was, we got a really good deal.
Yeah, there are promotions that they run. They'll do 30% off, 40% off, free drink package, free premium drink package. Essentially, you should just never pay full price for Discovery Cove because they'll do these promotions. So ours was included.
Right.
I think it said it was 45, but because we had the discount and because of what it was included.
Right. And so that included, basically it's an open bar, but they're limited on which alcohols they have. But basically it was an open bar.
Yeah. It was your basic stuff. It was vodkas, tequilas, rums. You know, they're not going to have like 8 brands of each. They had a couple brands.
But it was Tito's and it was Jack Daniels and it was,
it was your most popular whatever that you wanted.
Right, which was perfect.
Yeah, we were drinking vodka sodas by the end of the time we were there.
Yeah. We tried a couple of their fun little drinks, which weren't bad, No,
I like them. I like
really nice. Yeah.
I think a good thing to point out too, because we didn't realize this, and I think it's a good thing to know ahead of time, not every bar has the same special drinks.
Right.
Because we got a really good special drink at the main bar, and then we walked over to the bar we were sitting at, and we were like, "We want that." Oh, it's not here.
Right, because they didn't have the same. They didn't have the mixer at that one because that one was called, the Blue Bamboo. So they had blue drinks. So and the other one I think was Calypso, so it had kind of orangey pink drinks. So
Vibey drinks,
yeah.
And then one bartender worked both bars, so she knew how to make both drinks. But then the second one didn't. And remember that she made us that weird blueberry drink that we were like,
Yeah, we're like, all right, well, we'll drink it. We don't really like it, but okay.
But you can't waste it, so you got to drink it.
Know.
God.
And then one of my favorite parts of the bar were those swings.
Oh, that was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. They were basically individual chair rope swings, but they were attached. So they were attached at the top and the bottom. So you really can't swing really far, but it's really just kind of fun. So it was like being on a swing, rope swing, but you're not.
You kind of just rock nicely while you're having your drink and you're just chilling.
Yeah. And
we had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, we did. It was a lot of fun. So, the one thing I know when we left that we were, because we had to pick up all of our photo packages on leaving, is there may have been needed to be a better sign to remind you to pick up your photo package when you're leaving.
You literally walk by the photo place.
I know, but there wasn't someone there saying, don't forget to pick up your photo packages.
That's true.
They could have just had someone, just
there just needs to be something. Because if you're having that ultimate drink package, you're not thinking about the photos when you're leaving. I'm just saying, Scott. And then your poor husband's driving back in the morning to get your pictures.
When I went back the next day, this was super weird. It was a super weird experience, I have to be honest.
Okay.
So, they weren't letting anybody in. They were just getting ready to, start checking people in when I got there. And I had my lanyard from the day before. I was like, look, man, we were here yesterday. We forgot our pictures. Where are they now? And the guy goes, well, did you check in? I'm like, yeah, about this time yesterday when I was here. I wasn't, I'm not here today. I'm was here yesterday. And he's like, oh, they're at the photo place. Just go on in. Okay. So no ticket or anything now. I'm just wandering around the place. Nobody stopped me. But when I got there, the guy did say, nobody stopped me. The guy did say that it happens all summer long because the rain comes in, everybody runs out and they forget everything.
Yeah.
So it happens a lot. That guy checked our prints and he reprinted the poster while I was waiting there because apparently there was a line down one side, he thought.
Oh. That was nice of him.
Yeah. So he reprinted the poster for us.
Yeah. that was really cool.
It's like, it didn't look good enough. I'm going to do it again. It'll take like 5 minutes.
Oh, that was nice.
But
that
yeah, I was there. There was nobody. I passed a couple of people coming when I was leaving that were coming in. But yeah, I was in and out of there fast.
Yeah.
And they're very used to it.
Yes, that people just keep going and walk on by.
Yeah.
So if you have the premium drink package, put an alarm in your phone to get it, to get your photo package at the end of the day.
You know what? I'm wondering if it didn't take less time, me going back to get them, than it would have with everybody in the park trying to get their prints all at once.
No, that's true.
Oh, no, but seriously, that's also a good point, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, wrangling the kids at the end of the day, they were done.
Yeah.
Right.
That was,
I know.
They were exhausted.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple people fell asleep in the back seat.
Yeah, me included.
Yeah. Well, you and Cam both fell asleep.
Yeah. Well, that park is such a nice size that I felt so comfortable letting the kids just wander and roam and do whatever they wanted. And it's a park where they're truly like swimming, playing, and being outside, which was such a nice difference to other things,
Right.
And by 5 o'clock, you're done.
About it too, yeah. That they were all just running around, and there was bunches of kids just running around, and everyone just kind of had a very relaxed attitude because it was that way. Because it's contained, it's all self-contained. There's only there was definitely lifeguards all around. So and they were handling things very well, because there were a couple times you saw them kind of handling situations, but it means they were on top of it, which was really good. Yeah. So, and I was impressed as far as the way they were there, but they weren't like all on top of you type thing. Because
they were engaged, but they weren't annoying.
Right. That's probably a better description of it. You didn't feel like they were, hunting you down or, looking over your shoulder. So that was really nice. They let you have fun.
And the few interactions I had, like, of any kind of note with their, whatever they call them at SeaWorld, team members, cast members, whatever they are. They were all super nice, friendly.
Trying to be very accommodating, I think. Yeah.
But not just that. I mean, just like talking to you.
Think about the one lady. Think about the one lady when I bought the rash guard for Cam. She was like, that one's on sale. And then I bought it and it was $20.
Right.
Yeah. And she goes, and she's like, are there any others you want to go get? Because that's a great price. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Well, I was looking between two and she pointed at one and she was like, that one's on sale. And I was like, oh, well, I'll go with that one.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was Guy Harvey.
Yeah.
They were not cheap, No. She's like, go with the gray one. It's on sale. And it ended up being $20.
I know.
I was like, okay, well, I'll take all of them that you have. I should post these online.
And you did.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
The one that was in his size.
Took the one that was in his size, but he loves it. He was wearing it yesterday. But they were all sweet, And then Karen and I were sitting drinking in the little grotto, having a beverage, the blueberry drink, the elusive blueberry drink from before that both of us enjoyed so much. And the lifeguard, we were talking about something, what's the name of something? And she was so sweet. She's like, the name of it is this. But she wasn't like annoying. She was paying attention enough to give us the name, but not be, they were all very, very nice.
Yeah.
And I like the person who checked us in. He was very accommodating because half our party got stuck in traffic and, wasn't there for check-in. But he checked, 4 of us in without us being there and gave us the dolphin time and had everything handled. And all they had to do was walk up to him when they got there.
Yeah, and that was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So like Alana and Michael, they didn't wait in line at all.
Right. And we only waited, maybe 15, 20 minutes? Maybe.
It wasn't very long.
Yeah.
For sure.
No. And we were there early.
Also, that was the only line all day.
Yeah.
I mean, a little for the food, but even that wasn't that bad.
No, not at all.
No, there were no lines.
Yeah. But an experience just for a family, I think it's a great it's a great all day experience where it's something that you wouldn't, you're not going to find everywhere. It's an unusual experience, but it's a learning experience. You can experience, different aspects of, what it is with the dolphins and then the reef and all the animals. And, that's something you don't find very often with it has that type of experience.
It was very educational and it was very stress-free. Like a lot of people come to Orlando and every day is very stressful, like the itinerary, the planning, the da-da-da. You don't need that with Discovery Cove. You need to get there, get your dolphin time, and then the rest of the day is whatever you want.
Right.
They do have other add-ons you can do. They have a scuba diving thing where you wear like an old-fashioned scuba diving helmet and you walk in the Grand Reef along the bottom. They have a flamingo feeding. They have a shark feeding. They have a not eel. What is the other? The stingray feeding. They have the other cool thing that they have is called Trainer for a Day. And you can essentially follow one of the trainers around for half of the day, and you can do all of the animal trainings plus a dolphin swim with them.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It is cool. It's a bit pricey, but it's worth it if you're willing to do it because it's the half day and doing all of those animals. Essentially what we did with the dolphins, but like 4 more animals.
Right. Which would be really neat, especially if that's something you really wanted to do. That would be really neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then they had something, what is it? A VIP experience, which is kind of like a VIP tour at Disney.
Yeah.
It would be there. So, one, go ahead.
So I have that pulled up. So that's up to 8 people for $24.99. But it includes, right. So it's $300 a person. Well, 3 whatever.
Right.
312 or whatever that works out to be. But it's got your VIP photographer is included, premium drink package included, valet parking, a cabana. Like it's totally worth that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it gives the VIP so you get your own experience into the animal experiences. Yeah.
Do you get the dolphin swim with that too, Scott?
Exclusive animal meet and greet, private aviary tour. This is a sample itinerary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pulling it up here. Flamingo
encounter. So that's the flamingo mingle, right?
Yep. It's the flamingo mingle.
Signature dolphin swim, lunch, snorkel with the sharks, explore the Grand Reef.
Yeah.
So
and then eventually you get to do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Is admission included in the VIP tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For up to 8 people for $24.99. I know.
Yeah.
And okay.
You just have your own.
Okay. Price is starting at $24.99.
Yeah. So it all.
I was going to say there's. Well, I feel like this was
but that's
more
by day.
Yeah.
No, so that's by day. Like Thursday it's $29.99. Saturday and Sunday $29.99. Monday's $27.99.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but still, I mean, especially if you have someone who, like, that wants to have their own experience, they don't want to have to,
but
travel around and be with other people. Yeah.
So basically, in April, after the 10th, for whatever reason, they're all sold out.
Right.
But for the last 3 weeks of April, every Monday through Thursday, it's $24.99.
Okay. Well, that's definitely something to think about if we ever want to do that again, or if, anybody wants to do that. That's a good value.
And because it includes all the other animal experiences too, which is really neat.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And having your own cabana, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That is. Might keep your day a little busy, something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like their sample itinerary, it's got you busy until like 2:00. I'm trying to think when you're using that premier drink package.
Yeah.
From 2 to 4:30, right?
Yeah, I think it closed at 5, right? Was it 5?
Yeah.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember her going, it's last call. What do you want?
Yeah. What do you want? It's last call.
And I'm going to empty all the bottles into your drinks.
That's pretty much what she did.
No, well, and then opened another one and topped them off. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
So
That
It
was
was
the
good.
strongest drink of the day. Was the last one for
Yes.
sure.
Oh,
so
they were crazy.
Yeah.
they were.
That
But
I will say, they were not making a chintzy drink.
No.
They were not.
They were
No.
giving you a real drink.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't pre-made
Oh, no, not at all.
out of a tap in the back wall.
Right.
No, they were real drinks.
Yes, they were real drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew what it was and I researched it all, but reading it and doing it are two different things. And I really wasn't sure what to expect. And I was really overly pleasantly surprised on how nice of a day it was and how well it all went as far as doing the swim and having a place to sit and being able to get the drinks and go get your food. And you weren't, all, corralled into one spot. Okay, you all have to do this. You kind of still got to do your own thing. And I thought that was it made it much more relaxing and enjoyable.
Yeah,
So,
I would agree with you. I loved the flow. I liked that we had the dolphin swim, but otherwise we could kind of do what we wanted.
mm-hmm.
I think now that I've done it, I would want to try other things. It's definitely on my radar to do again. It's something I'm going to be incorporating into trips, and it's something I've been recommending a lot more now that I've always recommended it since the past couple of years since I've started doing the United Park sales, but it's something I will definitely be recommending even more now that I've experienced it personally, because it's definitely a nice add-on. It's definitely something that people who are coming to Orlando should be doing. People who live in Orlando should be experiencing. It's not a day at SeaWorld. It's incredible.
No. Right. And the price was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Just in my head, without even looking up the prices, I'm going, oh my God, it's going to be a ridiculous price. I was very surprised as far as how reasonable it was for what
you get. All included drinks, all included food, swimming with dolphins, animal encounters, all these things. You think it's going to be insane, and it's not the cheapest day in Orlando. That's I'm never going to lie about that. It's not, but it's not overpriced for what it is at all. It's underpriced, I think.
Yeah.
It's not that much more than Disney or Universal.
Right.
No,
but
it's cheaper. It's cheaper than Universal.
Right. Yeah, because we were looking at doing Universal that day, and we were looking at doing Epic that day with with the Express Pass, and this was way less expensive than that.
Yeah, right.
Universal, since they opened Epic Universe, is so expensive, and people don't realize how expensive Epic Universe is and how Universal has become so expensive. Express Pass at Universal is equal to, if not slightly more than the park ticket.
Yes. And it depends on the day. Some days it is more expensive than the park ticket.
Right.
Yeah. And you're not getting an Express Pass for Epic included in any hotel stay. It will never happen.
Also, Epic apparently has 0 trees.
Nope.
Yeah.
None.
So for everybody who hates Toy Story Land for shade,
welcome. Welcome to
now.
Epic Universe.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, do we want to talk about swimming with the dolphins?
Yes.
Yeah.
We should, absolutely.
Go ahead.
My dolphin sucked.
Your dolphin did not like you.
First of all, her name was Yoko, so that should have told me right there.
She rejected you so bad, Scott.
She really
no. She was like,
she came
no.
out of the water. Everybody was fine. I was probably the 6th person to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Close to that.
Yeah.
And she came out of the water, and the first thing she did was blow crap out of her blowhole right in my face. She came out of the water. And everybody else was grab hold of the pectoral fin, grab hold of the dorsal fin. All right, go, And great. No, this dolphin, as soon as she started moving, rolled on her side and just tossed me.
Yeah, she's like, get lost, dude.
Yeah. So they had to bring a different dolphin for me and you.
Yeah. Because she did not like him. So
But it was super cool. I got to do it 1.5 times.
Yeah.
Then the other one dropped me off on the wrong. Yeah. And the other one dropped me off on the wrong side of the friggin' 30-foot drop off.
Yeah. She dropped.
And whatever the girl's name that was the trainer that was with us was like, yeah, she likes to do that sometimes to guys. I'm like, I'm going to drown here at SeaWorld.
So, but the dolphin, but what they did is they came up to us. I'm trying to remember what they did is they
did a number of things. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got to go, we got to swim with them. We got to hold on to them and then they pulled us. And then we got to go and stand out there and kind of lightly touch them.
Pet them
and everything and get pictures with them.
And each dolphin has a different personality and does different tricks. So some of them made silly faces and like stuck their tongue out. Some did jumps and flips. Some did would make funny noises. So each dolphin has an identifying noise that they'll make. It's just kind of their signature call. So each one will make that. So they had different dolphins doing their signature calls. Some of the dolphins would come and put their nose up to fist bump you, like they had Biagio with the smelly feet, remember?
Yeah.
And the dolphin like fist bumped at Biagio and said he had smelly feet. And then there was what else did they do? They gave kisses. Remember, Avery tried to like full on mouth kiss the dolphin.
Yeah, right. They're like, give your cheek now. Avery's like, here's my lips.
I was saying they did the fist bump to Biagio and told him he had smelly feet, remember? And then they like laughed in Cam's face, like whatever they did. Yeah. And then you got to pet it. And remember, they would like arch its back and do the little face. And they got all the pictures. And
I was really surprised of how soft their skin is.
Oh, their skin is so soft. No, I think so I've swam with dolphins. So my history with, you want to say hi? Okay. So my history with dolphins goes back to when I was a kid. I would go to a resort every year in Bermuda called the Southampton Princess. And one of the first dolphin sanctuaries that was established was there at the Southampton Princess. It's a company that is kind of throughout the Caribbean that rescues dolphins that are formerly like show animals or are caught in fishermen's nets or are illegally captured, and then they take them into these rescues because they can't be re-released into the wild.
Okay.
And the way that they sustain them is they do dolphin swims with them and education on dolphins and things like that. So my dad would bring us to this resort during the summer, and one of the things that you could do was swim with these dolphins. And I kind of grew up, doing that activity. And I've never, Discovery Cove was so impressive to me because I've never been at a facility like that where it was that nice. Does that make sense? They're all nice. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. They're all nice. But I was really impressed. And I loved the space that they had. I loved the interaction with the trainers. I loved the freedom the dolphins had. They just came and went as they wanted. When they were done, they were done. Like the trainer didn't try to get the dolphin back. The trainer was like, okay, Yoko's done now. We're going to get Carmel. Yeah. Like Carmel's coming now. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. Now we get a new one. And I felt the dolphins had a really good personality and a really good attitude, and they were genuinely happy dolphins. What I also thought was cool, I was talking to the trainer and I was saying so these dolphins here are used to being here. And she said, primarily born and raised here. She said a few of them are from our other facilities and they came when they were babies. But and then I said, so different than the ones you have in the SeaWorld place and the performing dolphins. And she goes, oh yeah, completely different attitude. The ones that perform are hyperactive dolphins. And these are chill, relaxing, kind of playful dolphins. And that was interesting. They were super knowledgeable.
I think Yoko came from San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah. She was the one who came over when she was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was neat.
And you could see behind it because, like, we were in the front of the dolphin pool, and then back behind it is where they're all housed, basically where they all and all those trainers were around there, just interacting with them, keeping an eye on the dolphins that are swimming around, like being very on top of it as far as okay, well, this one's about ready, done. Okay, we're going to send another one over. As far as seeing how the dolphins are interacting with people, if they're, seeing if the dolphin's kind of like, I've had enough, I got to go, knowing which one to send over that's going to be a similar personality. So I thought that was really interesting watching that while I was watching what the dolphin was doing, but I was also watching all of the trainers behind it with where they were housing the dolphins. I thought that was kind of neat to see that. So,
yeah, they were extremely attentive and extremely on top of it. I was very impressed with their care of all of them.
Yes. Yeah.
And I thought that the tricks that they did was cute. I thought their personalities were cute. I thought the dolphins were pretty funny.
Yes.
And then
one of the things I noticed is that they were giving them ice. So it was actually fish flavored ice, which was really funny. So I'm like, you're throwing them ice. They go, yeah, it's frozen fish water.
Right.
Yeah.
Tastes like fish. That's all they care about.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. And each one had its own bucket, because each one likes something different. So yeah.
And one of the trainers told me that like the ice is like the different temperature. Like some of them love it. They think it's like really cool. They don't get that normally. So it's like their ice cream kind of type of thing.
Which is
like, oh. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Fish cream.
It's like, all right. Yuck.
Yeah. So Scott was just looking up here on the site that they do weddings and engagements.
And they're cheap.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the wedding.
The wedding, I think, started at like $3,400.
$39.99, but up to 32 people.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, park admission is required. So you still have to do park admission on top of it. Yeah. But still, especially if you're, really into that and you want something like that, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But that'd be cute, getting married on the beach there and having the dolphins like jumping in the background. That could be super cute.
That's the picture they show.
Yeah, that's the picture they show is like 3 dolphins jumping behind it as they're, kissing I do type thing. So, yeah.
Or what if you want to get married in Orlando and you can't afford Disney? So you do Discovery Cove and everybody goes to the theme parks, like that works.
Right. Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, they've got some really good different things.
It was a way different experience than I thought it was going to be originally before we started like, really investigating it and looking into it. I'm like, now, especially that we've done it, I'm like, wow, it just has some really neat things. So I was very impressed.
For me, when I first heard Discovery Cove was owned by SeaWorld, I was like, oh God, SeaWorld. Okay. But it's actually one of the most high-end things you can do in Orlando is go to Discovery Cove. And I will honestly say, too, that SeaWorld, in the more that I've gotten to know them and the more that I've gotten to sell them and the more that they have been building on their brand, especially in Orlando, they're rebuilding their entire brand.
Very much so.
And some of the stuff that they're doing in Orlando is incredible. They have a dolphin encounter in SeaWorld as well. If you don't want to pay the money for Discovery Cove, they have a more economical dolphin encounter in SeaWorld itself, where you don't actually swim with the dolphin, but you work with the trainer for a couple hours and you feed the dolphin, train the dolphin, and you're in there working with the dolphin. And that's pretty cool. They have a dinner with orcas type of event where you sit and you can eat dinner and you're in the orca, show plaza and whatever. And I've had several clients do that, and they really like it. Their parks have some big rides that, appeal to teenagers and appeal to enthusiasts quite a bit. They have a food and wine with concert series and, some big headliners that come, and a lot of people that, Stamos goes and he hosts, and a bunch of other names that people love go, and the food is pretty, in those events get pretty good reviews and things like that. The music venue, the music artists get pretty good reviews. They're really working to get a good reputation and move themselves over from the whale people, if you will. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't pay a lot of attention to SeaWorld just because. But Busch Gardens, if you go look at whatever festival they have going on right now, which I think might be Food and Wine.
Right.
Their concert series is a whole lot of people who are playing Epcot and then there.
Right.
That's my point.
2 days later.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I've been to some of the festivals at Busch Gardens with my friend John Self, who's a food blogger for theme parks.
Right.
And some of their stuff is as good as, it's at least as good as the Italy booth at Epcot.
Right.
No, but that's my point. And you're not fighting the huge crowd. You're fighting at Epcot, and you have some major roller coasters that you can go ride if you're an enthusiast, because their rides are pretty serious.
And they pre-sell the punch card for the festivals.
Yep.
Right. So you pay.
Who's done a couple vlogs on them is Paging Mr. Morrow. He's gone to the festivals over there and done all the booths and stuff. He's a vlog that's actually done each booth too. And I'm just another person to look at some footage of different things, but that's my point. That's why I was bringing up John Stamos, is he's one of the hosts at the SeaWorld Food and Wine. Like, he's also one of the most sought after hosts at Disney, and he's going to be right there, and you pay half the admission.
Right.
I had when I was in the college program, he came and did like hour and a half, whatever, talk like 3 different times during one day. And he's actually unless he was acting during it, he's actually like the guy that he is on TV.
Oh, that's what I've always heard too, that there's nothing different.
Yeah.
Which is fine. He is what he is.
He showed us pictures that he, as a star of his caliber, should not have shown us.
Yeah.
He, at some point, got gum in Magic Kingdom, just going into Magic Kingdom, got gum on his butt, on his pants.
Right.
And was like, maybe I can find a pair of sweatpants in the Emporium. Well, no. And literally ended up, he showed us a picture of his wife coloring over the gum with a Sharpie that one of the cast members gave him.
Just so it...
you should not be showing us that picture. By the way,
that's funny though.
Yeah.
That's what makes them real though. It makes them normal.
Yeah.
Right?
They're just people.
Yeah. They
but
just happen to be famous.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's just,
I really enjoyed the day. I really enjoyed that experience.
It was one of my favorite experiences I think I've ever had in Orlando. And my kids seriously talk about it every day since we've done it. It's one of the best values I think I've paid for. I think the less stress that we had, and the fact that we could get there, get in, and then me, you, Scott, Michael, and Alana could just hang, and the kids just were like, they were having fun, but nobody was worried. Nobody was like, where are the kids? They were there and they were fine and they weren't far, and we had a good time. And I don't know. I really think it is such a great value. I think it's a great experience. I think it's unique. I think the all-inclusivity of it is important. You're not nickeled and dimed to death. Yes, the initial cost of it seems higher, but you're not nickeled and dimed all day. You get in there and that's it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to buy a stuffy or a souvenir, there's no other pressure.
Right.
That's how many slushies did Biagio and Cam drink that day? I don't even think we know.
How many lemonades did the girls drink that day?
That's my point. Like, I don't even think we know. Who cares? Like,
how many whiskey sours did I drink that day?
I don't know. I don't know.
No idea.
At one point, I'm like, well, maybe I need to not. And I'm like, no, forget it. I'm just going to keep drinking. I'll eat something in a little bit. Yeah.
You're good. And the food was good. I mean, to Scott's point, it was all-inclusive food, but it was like a nice quality for all-inclusive food. They had burgers, they had pizza, they had chicken fingers, they had Karen and I had 3 different salads that we sampled. We had like a Mediterranean one. We had a Caesar salad with shrimp, right, Karen?
Yep. And then we had a little bit of pasta of something. I can't remember what it was.
And we can post pictures. Right. And we can post pictures because I took pictures of everything. Mm-hmm. There was desserts. There was froyo machines. There was, and like to Cam's, sentiment, and he's right. It was really nice for him because he didn't have to ask me every 5 seconds, like, Mom, can I get a bag of chips? Mom, can I have the credit card for chicken fingers? Mom, can I do this? He just was like, I'm going to go and get lunch. Okay, go get lunch.
Okay. Yeah. That part was really nice. We didn't have to worry about, you didn't have to worry about carrying the extra cash. You didn't have to worry about the kids because they had, they had the foods there. It just made it easy.
It didn't have the variety because it didn't, but it had plenty of variety. But I mean, it was on par with cabanas on a Disney cruise ship.
Yeah.
Well, it's an all-inclusive. That's why I mentioned that it's like all-inclusive. Yeah. It's an all-inclusive menu, right? And when you do an all-inclusive menu, it is going to be limited because they have to do something to make it worthwhile, right?
Right.
But it was on par with the buffet, the cabanas on a cruise ship or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like, it wasn't barbecue themed, but it reminded me of the caliber of like Castaway K's, like Auntie's barbecue. It's like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And it was good.
There was a like jerk pulled pork, I think. Maybe it was beef, I can't remember. There was pepper steak. I mean, there was a chicken, there was shrimp.
You had plenty of options and they were all good. The breakfast was eggs, bacon, sausage, cinnamon rolls, cereal, French toast, pancakes, yogurt. Oh, the parfait was really good. It had fresh fruit in it, granola, blueberries, strawberries. There was fresh, like real fresh fruit salad, like fresh chopped fresh fruit, not like a canned salad. Coffee, tea, juices, all of the soda
machines. Yeah.
The bar opens at 11, guys. If anybody's wondering, Karen and I needed to figure that out.
Yeah. Like, when are you opening? We got here.
Well, I thought it was 10:30, but we had the 10:20 dolphin swim.
Yeah.
So we kind of missed time.
Yeah, we missed it was 10:30, right?
Was it 10?
I think 10:30.
It was at 10:30. Yeah. Okay.
I think it was 10:30, but we had the dolphin swim right then.
Yeah, because we even joked
we got it at 11. Yeah. So there is no mimosa bar, folks.
Yeah, we were waiting for. We were looking for that, and unfortunately, we couldn't find it.
But yeah, that's okay.
It was fine. It was fine.
They probably don't want you hammered and getting in with the dolphins or the sharks.
Scott? Could you imagine?
I mean, if we'd have done it at like 4:00, we'd have been in trouble.
Yeah, we probably would have been.
The dolphins probably would have
put their nose up to us and went, yeah, we are not swimming with them.
We all would have, no, Karen, we all would have full on tried to mouth kiss the dolphin like Avery.
Right? Oh my God.
There is a picture of that too.
Yeah, I have Avery
Yeah.
Avery trying to mouth kiss a dolphin. That was so
Yeah.
funny. He's like, no, don't really kiss it. And she's like, but I love it. I'm going to give it a kiss.
It says it has complimentary sunscreen.
Yes. So there was.
Oh, in
So
the
let's
bathroom.
talk about
Okay.
So let's talk about that for a minute because that is something to note as well. You have to use the sunscreen that they provide you
Right.
because of the animals.
Right.
It's very important. We saw people throughout the park not doing that, and it is not a good thing. And they were being spoken to, but like, God forbid you don't, and you don't get spoken to. It is detrimental to the animals. It's really not healthy for them. But also on that note, now that I've done I'll get off my soapbox. The sunscreen sucks that they provide you. It is zinc based. It does have grit to it. So just be kind of prepared for that. I was in a black bathing suit that it just showed up on and it looked messy on. So you might want to wear like a lighter colored bathing suit or something like that if that's something that bothers you.
Right.
Or wear the rash guard and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's just my point. Like just something else to be thoughtful of. But wearing sunscreen that's not provided by them is really not a cool thing to do.
Right. And then I think that was the biggest thing. That and then the jewelry with the dolphin encounter, but that was just
the jewelry with the dolphin encounter was a little annoying because their communication was not fantastic. And then they made us put a lot of expensive jewelry by the side of the Dolphin Cove and hide it under our flip-flops, which did work out. And I will say, most people in places where you're paying this kind of money are trustworthy because they don't really need to steal your jewelry. But you never know.
Right.
You should just take all your jewelry off. You should just take all your jewelry off. All of it should go in the safe, like everything.
Right. And I understand the reason for it because the dolphins, it's shiny and everything else. They, we don't know how
they want it. Yeah.
Right.
And where you think a dolphin's going to have this thick, rubbery, whale-like skin, they actually have a very soft, silky, thin. How would you describe it, Karen? It's like soft and silky. It is rubbery, but it's not like you think it is.
Yeah, felt like wet velvet.
Wet velvet is probably the description. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can cut it easily.
Right. Or a super, like I actually had a belt at one point that felt like that. And when it got wet, it actually, the texture of it changed. So it was almost like, I don't even know another way to describe it. It probably wet velvet is probably a better way to describe it.
Yeah. And one of the trademarks.
Yeah.
And one of the trademarks with dolphins is scars because they easily scar and they'll play with each other and they'll scar and they'll try to like nip each other and they'll scar and stuff. So like your ring will like cut them or scar them.
Right.
Your earring could cut them and scar them. So they don't want you to have anything on.
Right. Yeah, very much. Because last thing we want to do is hurt them because they're very sweet.
No, and they actually really are. They're very funny and they're very sweet. And they're one of the most intelligent animals, which is so interesting because you don't think this giant, they're not a fish, they're a porpoise, but you don't think this giant fish is going to be so intelligent. And then you meet it and you're like, oh my God, that thing is actually really smart.
That's funny.
Yeah. So you have any other thoughts, babe?
I gave it a solid 8.
Solid 8.
I hate salt water.
Okay.
Yeah. That's valid.
Growing up in Florida, I hate salt water. So I always complain that the Gulf of Mexico is hot, so you should go to the Atlantic. But the Atlantic is also not 72 degrees, so it's different. At least not in Florida. But yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely do the bodysuit.
Yeah, the bodysuit without a doubt. Should we talk about how you have to wear like the keys on your neck and everything, and like they have to be tucked in, like you got to put everything in the locker, just real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like you have, because they give you like the lockers are all key based. So they give you a key for that, and they want you to put it on your lanyard because that's one of the things you're supposed to have on all the time is a lanyard.
Yeah.
And then you have to put the lanyard inside the vest or bodysuit or inside your swimsuit. So it's got to be hidden.
Right.
Otherwise, obviously, the dolphin will try to grab it.
Yeah. And I was a little thrown off at first because the keys are just in the locker. And I was like, well, what locker do I take? Because I wasn't knowing that you just take whatever locker has a key in it. It wasn't like apparent. So you just walk up and you take whatever locker has a key in it. And then that's your locker, and you hang that key around your neck. And once you have the key, they'll then give you a wetsuit or a vest.
Mm-hmm.
And you should honestly just put everything in that locker for the day, other than your phone. And you should have the wet protection for your phone. That's the water shoes, the wet protection for your phone. Those are probably the two most important things to bring. And other than that, you don't need anything when you go there. I brought all kinds of stuff that I did not even need. It sat under our lounge chair the whole day.
Yeah, because I just had the water shoes, and I think I didn't even I had the phone protection thing, but I don't think I even carried it around because I was like, my phone's waterproof.
Yeah.
Because we were just taking pictures of everything anyway. So you had the drink and the phone. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I had my phone and I guess I had my wallet.
It's definitely a park where we're like bringing less is more. Like you don't want a ton of things. They provide water, they provide drinks, they provide food. Like there's nothing to bring.
They provide all the towels and
sunscreen.
Sunscreen in the bathrooms. They have showers. So you can take a shower when you're done, change your clothes, the whole deal. So they have everything you need.
Yeah.
Really.
If you want to, that was the other thing. We all came in our bathing suits.
Yes.
We came fully ready to dip and dive. But I would, in hindsight, I think I would have had us come in clothes to eat because you have 2 hours before the park opens.
Right.
And then I would have changed into my bathing suit and whatnot and had dry clothes to come home in.
Yes.
Not that we didn't have dry clothes because we dried off, but that would be the one thing I might have done slightly differently.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like a shorts and t-shirt, that type of thing.
If you're staying at Disney, for example, and you Uber there, even if you're dry, the Uber guy is going to give you a hard time coming back.
Right.
Yeah. I would. Yeah. And I would have done like a shortened t-shirt set for Avery and for me going there and then back the same thing. Something comfortable, but I would have preferred to not be in my bathing suit those first 2 hours since we couldn't get in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the only thing different I would have done. Yeah.
It's not major and it didn't break the bank, but my one little thing, probably.
Yeah. So I think so. Anything else, babe?
I don't think so.
No?
I think we thoroughly covered this.
I think so. I'm good.
All right. So on
Yay.
No. The bottom line is you go to Discovery Cove.
Yes. Go to Discovery Cove and have us take care of it for you because we know what to book now.
You guys want to do that pitch now?
Yeah. Go ahead. Mandy, do the pitch.
Hey, anything you need, anything you want, me and Karen can book it, and we got you. So contact us at Royal Escapes, and we will make your magical vacation dreams come true.
There you go.
That was a good one.
Right? Awesome.
I got it, Karen.
Yeah, you do. You do it so much better than I do.
Been doing this for a while.
I know. I'm getting there.
All right, so that's going to do it for our review this week of Discovery Cove in Orlando, part of the SeaWorld Busch Gardens United Parks, I think is what it's called. But part of the Busch Gardens and SeaWorld family. Super fun trip. Thank you so much for Mandy and Cam joining us to talk about what we did. Thanks everybody for tuning in, listening to us. Follow us on Instagram, Mickeyphile_podcast. Facebook, it's the Mickeyphile Improvement District, our private Facebook group. TikTok, I just posted something on there like right now for the first time in forever. But we're going to use that again. That is also Mickeyphile_podcast. Make sure to reach out to Mandy and Karen at Royal Escapes Travel Co. for all of your travel needs, royalescapestravelco.com, or the email address that's in the ad it ran at the beginning of this episode. If you want to reach out to us at the podcast, Mickeyphile Podcast, all one word, @gmail.com. Goodbye.